Here we go from the Twin River Event Center here in Lincoln, Rhode Island. Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports, bringing you another jam-packed fight card here on the Thursday night boxing series. This fight, you see Kevin COBB coming out of the red corner with the red and black trunks. He is 5-0 with 1 knockout, nicknamed the Vermont Bully, although now he lives in New Bedford, Massachusetts. His opponent, Alexander Mancera, 8-4-1, 5 knockouts from Queens, New York, by way of Washington, D.C. Pat Sullivan here with my broadcast partner, Greg Rebello. Greg, you look at these two fighters, two completely different styles. Kevin COBB does have 3 inches on the shorter Mancera. He has 5 wins, only 1 knockout, 4 decisions in a row. Mancera, 8-4-1 with 5 knockouts, so he's only gone the distance in 3 of those 8 wins. So you have a guy who's looking for a knockout against a guy who knows how to grind out a victory.
Yep, absolutely. So you got a guy that's going to be coming in looking for the finish. Again, another shorter fighter that's going to be looking to get on the inside. COBB is very tall, very long. And like you said before, he seems like a guy that, just picks guys apart, doesn't change their pace, and just grinds them out.
And one thing about Kevin COBB, this is the 6th fight of his professional career. I broadcasted every one of his fights, and every single time he steps in the ring, he's improved. The last fight against Dante Wiggins was the best I've ever seen Kevin COBB look. He's going to need to look even better than that to beat Mancera, who's coming here from New York to get a victory here in Kevin COBB's suit. This may not be his hometown, but he brings all of New Bedford and Vermont down here when he fights. So this is basically another hometown for Kevin COBB.
No, absolutely. And again, too, Kevin COBB is so young in his career, so you can't definitely call him not a finisher because he's going to evolve with every fight. So we haven't seen everything out of him. He's going to improve with every single fight here. So, it's going to be interesting to watch this kid evolve. He's very long. He's very tough to deal with at this weight, man.
COBB's 28 years old, won his pro debut in April of 2011 with a knockout over Nick Lavin, who at the time was undefeated at 2-0. Since then, he's had 4 decisions in a row, 3 of them unanimous decisions. This is his 5th fight here at Twin River Casino.
He's doing a good job setting up that jab and staying to the outside. Every time Alexander comes to engage, he's doing a good job of circling out or tying up.
One thing you see a lot of Kevin COBB's fights, because he's so long and has such a long range, the opponents always try to get COBB up on the ropes, and maybe that's their best way of getting inside that range if you have him as a back up against the ropes.
Yeah, absolutely. A taller guy, get him against the ropes, go down to the body, and then try to kind of work upstairs.
COBB's so elusive, though, on the ropes. Now
absolutely.
You see Mancera able to get a few shots in there.
Yeah, you see him come in, throw those hooks to the body, and then finish upstairs. Try to get his arms down and then finish up top to the head.
COBB, who now lives in New Bedford, is called on Ray Sucre Oliveira.
Yeah, Ray Oliveira in his corner. Excellent trainer, excellent fighter. Again, COBB still looking to stay to that outside.
Mancera now 34 years old, 0-2-1 in his last 3, including a draw over 3-2-1 Hamid Macon, a loss to 14-0 Ronson Frank, and a majority decision loss to Will Rosinski, who just lost to Edwin Rodriguez on Showtime.
Yep.
So certainly Alexander Mancera not afraid to fight anybody, especially in their hometown, which is what he's doing now.
And he's no stranger to good competition as well. He's definitely been in some tough fights, and he's getting after it here. He's doing a good job of getting COBB against the ropes and landing some shots.
Final seconds here, round number 1. Good first round there by both fighters. You see Kevin COBB going over his corner saying, this guy's wild.
That's what I mean. Going against a taller guy, being a shorter fighter, especially when you're known to be a knockout guy, he's going to get after it. He's going to look to get on the inside and land those shots. So he's not just going to sit on the outside and dance around.
And for the most part, COBB has fought guys that have been relatively the same size. And Dante Wiggins may have even had an inch on him. Stephen Chadwick was just about his size. This is the first time he's fighting a guy who's 3 inches shorter than him, and you would think that should definitely be an advantage in COBB's favor. However, if Mancera can get inside of him and COBB can't use that jab to his advantage,
absolutely,
that's when those uppercuts and those short punches to the body come into his favor.
And if you've never fought a guy like that, it's going to be a different matchup, something that you're not used to and something you haven't seen. And when Mancera gets in and lands those body shots and then finishes upstairs, he's definitely got a good shot to land that big punch that he's looking for.
Both fighters had success as an amateur. COBB was 10-4 as an amateur. He did win the 2012 Rocky Marciano tournament. Alexander Mancera lost in the 1999 Gold Gloves final. Then went on to win his first 5 pro fights in 2006.
Now you see Cobb starting to stay a little busy. You heard Ray Oliveira yell at him in between rounds, you know, start working. Start getting a little bit busier. You're moving around a little too much. You're not throwing enough punches. So you can see he's getting a little busier. He's starting to come forward a little more here. This is what he needs to do. He needs to start utilizing that jab.
Cobb's in the black trunks with the red stripes. MANCERA in the yellow with blue stripes. You see MANCERA desperately trying to get inside on Cobb's.
Yep. He's trying to level change, trying to do all he can to get on the inside. And Cobb's is keeping that good distance. Circling, use that jab, nice left hook.
Cobb's looked like he may have got caught by an upper hand right there by MANCERA when he was coming off those ropes.
Oh, he's coming off the ropes, yeah.
Another thing that Cobb should be a little wary of is if he does try to bounce off those ropes like that, you may be able to get off the ropes, but you come right into the punches that much quicker.
Absolutely. He's doing a good job of circling out and keeping out of MANCERA's power, but MANCERA's throwing that, see that lead uppercut, that rear uppercut. Cobb's starting to use his feints a little bit more here, trying to get him to react a little bit. Nice body shot again.
MANCERA 6 years older than Cobb's, has 8 more fights than the Vermont Bully.
You can hear Ray yelling, use that long right hand, left hook. MANCERA's staying really busy. He's throwing a lot of punches now.
And there you see as MANCERA gets inside on Cobb, he's able to connect on those punches. And now Cobb's look like they've been shaking up there for a second when he had his backs up against the ropes.
Yep. He's still calling him on, though. He's still asking for more.
And that's a game plan that Alexander's really going to have to execute here to perfection to beat Cobb's, is he has to get inside and get Cobb's up against the ropes, which he just did pretty good.
And so far he's having a lot of exchanges. He's kind of having his way in this fight right now, getting on the inside, getting him against the ropes, and landing those shots to the body. So he's been pretty successful in these first couple of rounds so far.
Exactly where MANCERA wants the fight to be, in the middle of the ring and up tight. Final 30 seconds of round number 2. Scheduled 4-round battle here in the light heavyweight division.
MANCERA still throwing those big shots. Cobb's is still standing on the outside. He's not staying very busy, but MANCERA's still landing those shots on the inside.
I think Cobbs has to be wary of is when they get in close like that we saw in the last fight, he's going to be careful. MANCERA picks his head up with a headbutt.
Yep.
Halfway through this fight. End of round 2 was scheduled 4. Great round there by Alexander MANCERA.
You can hear Cobbs yelling in between rounds. I don't know if he hurt his hand or something like that, but he can't let his hands go, he's saying.
The official tattoo collar of classic entertainment and sports. Since 1989.
And I'm going to say so far that MANCERA's up 2 rounds to none here. So, Cobbs is really going to start to step on the gas, but he's going to start moving forward. He's going to start putting pressure on him.
You can make an argument this is the first time in Kevin Cobb's career he's ever been down in a fight.
Yeah.
So we're going to see really what he's made of it. His corners all have his shirt that says finish. We'll see if Kevin Cobb's can finish here. He's going to have 2 strong rounds or land that big punch. You hear Ray Oliveira on his way down the stairs saying work.
And, like he was saying, he couldn't let his hands go. It could be the style. It could be him getting on the inside. He's not able to get off. It's a different style, different size fighter. And it just could be something different that's making him not pull the trigger. Cobbs is coming up now, throwing that right hand, left hook. He's got to keep moving forward like this.
And Cobbs may want to be the busier fighter here in these last 2 rounds. The busier he is, the less chance MANCERA has of getting inside on him.
Absolutely, and if he can have MANCERA moving backwards, he's gonna be able to get him in trouble. And MANCERA looks like he's slowing down a little bit. He looks like he could be getting a little bit tired here. But Cobbs has got to keep that constant pressure moving forward.
Interesting thing, you see every time the Cobbs throws that jab, it's almost instantly that MANCERA tries to go inside on him. So he's willing to get hit with Cobbs' jab to get inside and inflict damage.
He seems like he's doing a good job. Every time Cobbs jabs, he throws something immediately, whether it's a hook or an uppercut. He's constantly just throwing something.
This is really what you have to do, Greg, when you come into an opposing fighter's hometown or relatively their hometown like this. You have to be the busier fighter.
Absolutely.
You have to go in there and completely disrupt their game plan.
Absolutely, you got to get after it.
It's tough enough as it is to get a decision when you're the road fighter, unless you're the busier fighter, and it's that obvious as MANCERA made it in the first 2 rounds.
And MANCERA, obviously, like we said before, with his record in the fights that he's had, is known for this. He's known for his knockouts, and obviously he's a guy that's going to come forward and get after it. But Cobbs is starting to throw a lot more punches this round. He's staying in that pocket right there. MANCERA's doing a good job landing those body shots inside. See, he just ducks down, covers up, throws that shot to the body.
The thing about MANCERA is when he does get inside, he's going to come right down the middle. If Cobbs can use those long legs to step to the side and come back with some punches, he may have more success than trying to just go right down the middle.
Absolutely. MANCERA, when he lands those body shots, then he finishes up top. If he can't land those body shots, he'll just clinch and get out of there. Nice right hand by Cobbs over the top there. And MANCERA fires right back. Good round so far.
The thing about these fighters is neither one is afraid to get hit by that lead punch instead of a punch of their own.
No, absolutely. Cobbs is really trying to time him with that lead jab to land that right hand. You can see him. He's starting to measure that a lot. But Cobbs has got to keep putting that pressure on.
45 seconds.
And you can hear Ray Oliveira. He's like, you've got to follow up with that left hook after that right hand. Because he's just throwing that right hand, he's getting to a clinch, and that's it. I think Ray Oliveira wants him to throw that right hand, keep that distance a little bit, and land that left hook.
And you see the referee's not going to call that a knockdown.
More of a slip, yep. Again, he's measuring that right hand, but he's got to throw that left hook behind it. There's that one punch. Yeah, there's the left hook. He's got to start adding punches and bunches. If he throws out just one big shot, he can't just be looking for that one big home run shot. He's much more successful when he throws that left hook and keeps following up.
And to round number 3 of a scheduled 4. Good round there for Cobbs. At least certainly better than the first 2 rounds. Starting to figure out this game plan that he was looking for. But I tell you, Alexander MANCERA is not going to stop coming forward.
No,
he wants this win. Although get back on track. He hasn't had to win in his last 3 fights. He wants to take this one back to Queens with him.
And that's the thing too, MANCERA keeps moving forward. So, you know, when Cobbs, his trainers are telling him to keep moving forward, put the pressure on, that's where MANCERA wants to be. That's his game. You know, he wants to be on the inside.
Yeah, MANCERA doesn't even look like he's gassed at all. He looks like he can get up right now and go in this 4th round.
Oh, absolutely.
Hear the pro Cobbs crowd here trying to urge on their fighter.
Yeah, because he's, you know, starting into this round, he's still down 2-1 as far as I'm concerned, and I think that his trainers agree as well.
And that 3rd round could potentially go either way. This is what's tough when you lose those first 2 rounds. You really have to dominate those next 2 rounds.
When you lose those first 2 rounds, you're pretty much looking for a finish. Nice long right hand, but again, he's got to follow that up. Nice right hand to the body. Nice right hand again. But this is where Ray Oliveira was really talking to him in the corner. He wants him to follow with that left hook behind it. You can't just throw that one big home run punch.
What's interesting is the way Cobbs started this fight, he would throw that punch and then get hit on the way back by MANCERA. If he keeps throwing that punch and backing up, with his range, there's less chance of MANCERA getting inside on him, but you also lose that home run punch because you can't follow that jab
Absolutely.
up.
And there we go. And he's starting to, he does a lot better of a job when he leads with that double jab or leads with the left hook, then the right hand behind it. Nice right hand.
Cobbs sends MANCERA face down into the mat, and the ref is going to call it here. Kevin Cobbs, his 2nd knockout as a professional.
Absolutely.
And Greg, we were talking, he may need that home run punch to win this fight.
Yep, and he got it.
Kevin Cobbs right there shows you how much heart he has as a professional boxer.
That is a huge victory for Cobbs, because he was down not only was he was down 2 rounds to none, arguably he could have lost the 3rd round. It was a pretty even round, and he comes out and finishes him in the last round. That's a big testament to how tough this kid is. That's a huge win for him. Not a lot of guys can, you know, be down in the fight and actually put the foot on the gas pedal and come in and get a finish in the later rounds.
And from where we were, Greg, you know, obviously MANCERA had his back towards us, but you got to wonder what his face looked like on the way down. Dr. McKittrick jumped in the ring almost as instantly as MANCERA hit the carpet. So he may have looked a little wobbly on his way down.
Yeah, he obviously saw something that we didn't, and here's the replay.
See Kevin has him up here against the ropes.
Bang.
Just hits him with that overhand
right over the temple. And as you see, Cobb's kind of, pot out that first jab, pot out the second, and threw the right cross right behind that second.
And here's again, let's see what the ringside
doctor
saw.
Pause out the second, bang, right hand right behind it. Excellent punch. Caught him right on the temple.
Yeah, when a fighter falls face first like that with his arms by his side, you definitely have to err on the side of caution for the fighter. And it looks like Bill Carpenter has the official time there of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout comes to an end at 1 minute, 2 seconds of round number 4. Referee Ricky Gonzalez calls a halt to the bout. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Kevin, the Vermont Bully, Cobb.